Hi friends, I hope that everybody is doing well. Before we get into this, I would like to set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. Aquarius, how's everybody doing today? Tonight, this afternoon? I'm getting the notion here of feeling a need to protect yourself emotionally. I'm also hearing spiritually. I don't know if this is you or this is someone outside of yourself, because there are always boundaries that that we may need to set with ourselves, but this could also be another person around you. It's like something you're having a hard time processing. It has to do with boundaries and actually wanting to place them, and maybe a sense of hesitance that you feel doing that. For some of you, this can be old patterns and behaviors that you're having a hard time walking away from. For others, this is an actual person I'm seeing. I'm hearing entity frequency. When we deal with narcissistic types of energies or people maintaining that frequency is what I'm hearing. It doesn't have to be one person that you're dealing with. And quite frankly, this can usually be an energy that we were introduced to when we were younger that we may have not understood completely, and then as we get older is something that we end up facing again with more consciousness. And so this can be people in different bodies carrying and maintaining that same frequency that you're dealing with. But this is about protecting yourself, protecting your energy, and trusting yourself over those around you that aren't leading you in the right direction. And I'm seeing you make a move to actually be, I'm hearing elevating yourself away from these energies. I'm hearing you have a plan. Setting boundaries allows you to be your most compassionate self. Absolutely. Maybe this is also something that you're learning too. It's like, rather than giving any sort of reaction to these energies, I'm seeing you be very composed here. I'm hearing elevated. I'm seeing you feel good about this too. Because when you're grounded and you're setting boundaries, it's boundaries, you're setting boundaries that are going to stick, rather than something that you're just being reactive about and not thinking over prior to doing it. And I'm seeing this motion of being really composed, not being reactive, even when you're feeling triggered, and setting boundaries to really protect your energy here, Aquarius. Because maintaining these relationships, you're not going to find what you want. And it's almost like you could have been in some sort of power struggle with someone, or trying to get a word in edgewise is what I'm hearing. I'm seeing this like really light greenish blue color here. I'm hearing something about, it's like a stone that you carry. Maybe a specific message for someone. It's like, I'm seeing it be like this color, 444 on the time. I'm seeing it be this color, but it's kind of transparent. That's my dinosaur, by the way. We love dinosaurs here. But anyway, back to the seriousness of this. It's like you could have been in a situation with someone where you could have gotten into some sort of power struggle with them, or felt like you needed to react or do something kind of to be like, you're not going to walk all over me. But maybe you're recognizing that like it's never going to be a satisfying fight or cycle with this person, and so you're like, nah, I'm just leaving it behind now. I'm getting that type of notion here. It's like you're also using your intuition very wisely as well. This can be too an energy of people that aren't supportive of you following your intuition, and maybe you don't have words for what you're doing right now either. Maybe you're solely being guided by your intuition and logic in a way that makes sense to you, and maybe you're recognizing that people around you don't understand that. But these are people, the reason that they don't understand is because they're not yet connected with themselves, and that's something to always remember. Not everybody is going to be able to perceive your vision, and that doesn't make your vision any less valid. It just means that not everybody is able to, I'm hearing perceive that level of frequency, that vibration, and this is something that we need to acknowledge. So maybe you're learning who's supporting you and who's not supporting you at this time, and carrying on anyway, because you know that where you're going is where you're meant to be. And you feel very in touch with your intuition. For some of you, you also feel very in touch with your gifts and abilities as well. Divine gifts and abilities. And I'm seeing you making a plan using, I'm hearing these frequencies you now have access to. Right on, Aquarius. Ooh, and making progress with it too. This is like leveling up with your intuition. I'm seeing something magnifying. I'm seeing there be steps that you're taking, because I'm looking at this order. It's like 1, 2, 3, and it has to do with your gifts, has to do with progress you're making, planning that you're doing, something that you're executing, a path that you want to be following, but it's something that you're actively participating in. And I'm seeing that it's like whenever you're coming up against people that aren't sharing this vision that you have, I'm seeing you like defend this vision of what you're holding on to, what you're seeing, what you're maintaining, and not being reactive. It's like when somebody's trying to come through and pick some sort of fight with you, I'm seeing you just turn around and disengage. I know that I've said this before, but I'm getting this notion come through again. When you decide to interact with somebody, you are choosing to either elevate or descend to whatever vibration they are on, and that is going to affect your energy. So if you have somebody coming through looking for a reaction, trying to pull you down, if you engage with them, you are allowing them to penetrate your energy. This is how we protect our energy, by not engaging. Sometimes you're in a position where you have to, but I'm seeing you practicing discernment and being like picking the time and place where you actually want to be engaging with people, and knowing that sometimes when you feel triggered, it's your ego that wants to react, and that's not going to get you to where you want to go. And I'm seeing, I'm hearing the wise mind. That's interesting. This is a DBT. DBT means it's dialectical behavioral therapy. It's one of the vocab references in DBT, and it's like using an integrative skill set of your perception, of being both grounded and also making decisions that you've thought out. So maybe we're getting connected with things like that. Maybe some of us are involved in psychology, therapy, things like that. Maybe you're just doing self-work, shadow work, things of that nature, all revolving around your sense of emotionality. I'm seeing you too set boundaries with combative energies around you. What's this guy here for? Maybe also learning as well that when you follow the lead of people who may seem powerful yet are misguided, it leaves you in a state of confusion. It's like figuring out your own path here and not relying on other people. When we talk about intuitive work, we talk about getting connected with yourself and getting connected with that part of yourself where you are relying on your own intuition and your own reasoning abilities rather than feeling like you need to have the advice of other people. It's like getting in touch with the part of you that gives yourself advice, because you give yourself the best advice. You know yourself better than anyone, and that means also that you know your needs better than anyone. I'm also hearing your placements. Maybe like part of your mission. There could have been somebody that you looked up to as a leader, somebody creative. I'm hearing the word popular, and I'm seeing you recognize that, like, in blindly, maybe even following this person. Maybe at one point in time they could have been a guide to you, but I'm seeing you feel confused when you interact with this person. And that can be even watching things that make you feel confused. I'm hearing about your place. It's like really following your own path and not, again, needing to rely on other people to tell you what to do. It's about listening to yourself, listening to your intuition. Now I'm hearing self-guidance. Yeah. I'm seeing you put an end to some type of relationship that you were involved in, and a relationship is anything we're exchanging energy with. So this can be something going on, like energetically speaking. For some of you, I'm seeing this is actually physically happening. I'm seeing you end a relationship with someone that may have been, I'm hearing the word controlling. Someone that hinders your self-expression, your creative expression. Someone that you may as well have felt a sense of emotional confusion about. But that's also coming to an end. In you ending this relationship, you're also ending that state of confusion you may have been feeling. Finding relationships that feel balanced and in harmony with where you are right now, Aquarius. And this can be all of the relationships that you feel maintain a sense of harmony. For some of you, there's a relationship with someone that you may have had chemistry with, but you realize that it may have felt superficial in that way. Like maybe you felt like the relationship wasn't touching you on a soul level, maybe not emotionally what you needed either. And it's like maybe because you had chemistry with this person, you felt confused because you were like, well, if I have such great chemistry with this person, maybe it's meant to be more. But I'm seeing you recognize that there's not a sense of your feelings being solid. They're kind of all over the place, and what you're looking for is something that makes sense to you. And I'm seeing this relationship kind of didn't make sense. It wasn't a relationship where you felt like equals with this person. And I'm seeing you ending this connection. My nose is itching right there. I'm hearing you want something that counts. Definitely someone you were close with. For some of you, this is a Gemini, not for everybody. It's like a decision that needs to be made. You can either stay in a connection with somebody that you feel a sense of physical chemistry with, or you can be brave and make the decision to end a cycle that doesn't feel fulfilling to you and move towards something else in the hopes that it will be what you want it to be at the end of the day. But I am seeing a decision that needs to be made. And it's related to something you want, something that you wish for. And I'm seeing you have in your mind a very clear idea of the type of relationship, harmony. I'm also hearing boundaries that you want within a dynamic with someone. And that's also why you may be choosing to end the relationship with this person. It's like karmically, you want to see what's in store for you if you continue exploring. I'm looking at the Ace of Swords popping out. This is a lesson about you securing a wish fulfillment that you have and actually finding what you want here. As I said before, I'm getting the word brave again. It's like being brave and making a decision to leave something that may feel comfortable, but that is not satisfying to you. It's like the sense of something that doesn't connect with you on all of your chakras, and it may connect like with the root chakra or sacral chakra. I'm getting specifically with this person, but it's like it doesn't go any higher up, and you don't feel that sense of spirituality, that spiritual type of connection that you're looking for and that you know you can find if you move away, or at least you hope that you will find this if you move away from this person. This would not be an easy cycle to leave is what I'm hearing, because there are definitely some big ties that you have. I'm hearing powerhouse energy. Like this person that you have chemistry with, that you don't have those other things with that you're looking for, you may have a lot of energetic, I'm also hearing karmic ties with them, and that's why it makes it hard to end the cycle. But I'm seeing your soul kind of pulling you in a different direction away from them. Ooh, I'm seeing an offer that's coming through, Aquarius. I'm seeing somebody ready to show up and talk to you. I'm seeing them be very direct as well. I'm seeing this be a really big lesson that you're learning. When I'm hearing the word brave again, when you decide to be brave and move away from something that you feel isn't resonating with you, in a way that you know a relationship can resonate with you, there's immense clarity that you're gaining. And I'm seeing you move through a cycle here, and I'm seeing a brand new cycle opening up. I'm hearing the word forgiveness. That sense of peace you find. I'm hearing when you connect the dots. I'm seeing somebody come through. For some of you, this is to start a project with this person. For others, this is about beginning a relationship, dating, something like that. This is somebody that's going to come through. This is somebody that knows what they want. This is somebody stable. This is somebody focused. Let's get one more card. Somebody that appreciates and admires you. All right, so are you moving away from a cycle with somebody that felt somehow not at the maturity level that you were looking for? I'm seeing you complete a cycle with this person. Somebody could have come in physically and been wanting a relationship like that with you. For some of you, there could have been someone on the outside that was actually observing this relationship, and they may have liked you but not told you this. Maybe they were waiting for you to, I'm hearing work something through, like work a cycle through with the Knight of Wands. And now it's almost like this person that you had been with in the past that I'm seeing be in the Knight of Wands energy, this is somebody who, maybe if you were looking for, I'm hearing a sense and a sort of commitment, and they weren't in a place to want to settle down. I'm seeing them watching you. They may even be recognizing their own behavior too. And I'm seeing them be upset that you're moving on here. But it's like when they came through, they were the Knight of Wands, and now a Knight of Pentacles is coming through. So it's like somebody now that's actually ready for a stable connection with you and wanting to start something new with you. So is there a sense of finality that needs to happen here with really cutting off the Knight of Wands energy? It's like making sure you're not going back to that person so you can start this new cycle. Because I'm seeing something really, I'm seeing something really promising coming through for you. This is somebody that would be financially stable, potentially someone you could partner up with in a business fashion, I'm hearing. Interesting. This is somebody that is willing to really work on their money, financial status, somebody that cares about the job that they do, somebody very clear, somebody that also knows themselves well too, somebody who's very much aware of their shadow and working on that. I am seeing two energies here though, so I'm seeing that there may be multiple people that you're dealing with within this cycle, but it's a matter of knowing what you want, and I'm hearing agreeing with that. Maybe emotionally, spiritually, feeling connected with yourself and knowing what you want and actually going through with that physically. And also working to communicate clearly too. Yeah, this person that you were dealing with in the past that didn't want to commit in the ways that you did. For some of you specifically, I'm getting somebody that may have known they had a connection with you, but they weren't ready to settle down because they still wanted to be like playing the field or whatever you want to call it. And this is their karma, is to watch you move on. Point blank is what I'm seeing here. But you were ready for something bigger and something more serious, and that is why you needed to move on. Because I'm seeing you not about to settle here. This is like a very, like straight up finite type of energy. I'm seeing a Saturn lesson that you completed with this person from the past. And maybe this also helped you to better understand what you were looking for, also understand what you weren't looking for as well. And because you chose to move on, now opportunities are going to be coming through for you. It's just about waiting for things to happen that are meant to be, because everything is unfolding in divine timing. But I'm seeing you manifest the type of karma that you're looking for when it comes to your interpersonal relationships. Also manifesting, making the type of money that you want to make, the type of home, the type of stability, being patient with yourself through the process, managing your funds correctly, I'm also hearing. I'm seeing too a sense of security that you feel because you know that you're on the path where spirit is leading you. And being patient with the process of allowing your journey to unfold. Something that you have been manifesting, I'm seeing that it's about to come through karmically for you. It is now time. This is something that you would have been waiting on for quite a while. It has to do with building steadily. It has to do with your security, your safety. I'm hearing home life. Something that you've been building, something you've been growing, something you've been channeling your energy into. I'm seeing this also be tied with spirituality, manifestation, mysticism. I'm looking at Neptune, I'm looking at Mercury, I'm looking at Taurus, I'm hearing Libra, I'm looking at you, Aquarius, I'm looking at Sagittarius, and I'm looking at Jupiter. And Jupiter is a manifesting planet, and I'm seeing that right next to the Magician here. Like, almost something that you, yeah, something that you expressed to the world while you were in a, I'm hearing manifestation vibration. It's like when you were at a frequency where you were kind of communicating with the universe what it was that you wanted to manifest and actually doing the footwork for that. There was something that it has taken a very long time for this thing to come to fruition, and I'm seeing at the very center of this is exactly what you've been manifesting. And I'm seeing this be something very personal for you. I'm also hearing delicate and falling right over the Six of Wands, which means you being successful with a crusade. And your card right here, Aquarius, I'm looking at the Tower. It's like this thing that finally comes through after you've been waiting so patiently for this to happen. I'm seeing that it's finally here for you. I'm hearing I've been expecting you. Again, I'm looking at Jupiter. I'm looking at Sagittarius, Taurus, Mercury, Neptune, Aquarius, Mars. Maybe your Mars is in Aquarius. We have Jupiter, which rules Pisces and Sagittarius. Both of those cards are here. Also Taurus. So now I'm looking at the Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. I'm seeing your sense of confidence is what's helping you make the decisions that you know you need to make. I'm seeing you call judgment. Let's see on what. There's something creatively that you're building. And something going on with your confidence is almost like you needed to believe in yourself and really like get out of your own head. Maybe there's some mental health things that you've been addressing as well. Energy that needed to be grounded. I'm seeing air energy that needs to be grounded. So this can be a tendency to overthink, also thinking the worst is going to happen. Things like that. It's like getting out of your own way and allowing things to happen for yourself because you're confident in what you're creating is what I'm hearing. What you're building, what you're creating. And now I'm looking at the Empress coming out. And I'm looking at an opportunity. I'm hearing the word fruitful. I'm seeing somebody come through and make an offer to you. I'm getting this notion too when this comes through. It's almost like you don't know what to do with it. I'm hearing the offer from this person. It's like what I'm seeing connecting the Emperor and the Empress here is the Ace of Wands. This is an opportunity. This can be, for some of you, this is a business. For others of you, this is an actual person. Because I'm also looking at Libra's card, which represents partnerships. This can be a business partnership. I'm seeing a sense of creativity here as well. But for others, this is an actual relationship of the sort. I'm seeing somebody come through and tell you how they feel. This is somebody showing up for you. I'm hearing meek and humble. This is someone definitely that cares for you. Part of their karmic test was actually delivering this message / communication to you. Like, actually showing up. I'm hearing to your place. That can be a metaphor. But, like, maybe showing up where you are and communicating with you. I'm hearing hitting your line. Maybe, like, hitting up your line. Again, maybe, like, someone contacting you on the phone. Something like that. they may have really needed to go through a lot of stuff to get to the point where they were ready to communicate this with you. It's like they had to pass test. I'm seeing something like that. They had to pass karmic tests, like almost in order to make it to the cycle where you are, Aquarius. I'm seeing this person persevering through these cycles to come through and speak with you and tell you how they're feeling. Yeah, I'm seeing someone that's put in a lot of work to get to this place where they can deliver this message. It's like an obstacle or an agility course that they had to make it through. A lot of patience and determination that was needed. A lot of waiting too. There may have been some big karmic cycles that this person needed to close out, but they knew. They knew intuitively that this was what they were meant to be doing. This may be somebody also aware of karma and how karma works, I'm getting. They may also feel... This person definitely feels... I'm hearing attunement. Interesting. This person definitely feels in tune with you. This is definitely someone intuitive. They may have also needed to go through karmic tests in order to get in touch with their intuition, like in order to get in touch with their high priestess energy. Maybe to the point where it can feel overbearing to them at sometimes, like maybe it's this sense of feeling overwhelmed, maybe with all of the things that they channel or pick up on psychically, stuff like that. But I'm seeing them learning how to work on it. This would be somebody extremely, extremely sensitive and empathetic, I'm seeing. This is also somebody that finds you, I'm hearing, majorly appealing. Wow. Somebody who's had to transcend a lot of things in the 3D. I'm looking at ego work, I'm looking at Capricorn, and I'm looking at Leo on the bottom of the deck. Ego work that they needed to get through, attachments that they needed to release, cycles where there's a lot of, I'm hearing expelling energy. Cycles that they needed to clear out prior to being able to come through. I'm hearing and meet you, Aquarius. So in this spread, I'm looking at the High Priestess, which is the moon. I also see that as representing the 12th house. I'm looking at Pluto. I'm looking at Aries. I'm looking at Cancer. I'm looking at Venus. And I'm looking at Libra here. All right, my friends, we are going to end it there. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.